Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to D&D Monogatari. Tonight we are on the first time we've done a tier list. It's tier list time, baby. I had promised, and now I'm delivering my promise to do a tier list after Nise, because Nise is apparently when we've gotten most of the characters. So, I mean, we've got our batch of characters. They are, there are many different emotions and many different ways I could describe them as a collective. But now I must describe them as individuals and pit them against each other in trial by combat, basically. So we're going to do two lists. I'm still not sure what I'm going to call the second list, if I'm being honest. We're just going to freebird it, okay? We're going to freebird it. We're feeling excited. We're feeling good. Drinking a little bit of water, too, Got to keep them pipes clean. But yeah, so this first list is easy. First list is character. It's how much the character has brought to the show. You just see my Steam by chance? That would have been funny. Sorry. Pay attention. List is up. Boom. Okay. It's how much the character brought to the show. For me. Like enjoyment. And that my enjoyment in these shows comes from a mix of, personality, like emotional attachment, but also like themes brought with, character design, voice, all these different aspects. It's all of those things combined, their overall impact on my taking in of the story. Right? Yeah. That's pretty self-explanatory. Second one is probably going to be some brand of a waifu list, but when we got characters like, obviously, the Shinobu Hachikuji Ononoki, brand, plus we got characters like Karen and Tsukihi and Kanburu. Well, Kanburu's a little older. Like Sengoku would be a better example. It's like, we are going to maybe have to adapt as we go along. But let us start, at least with what we have here. Character list. It looks like first up is Araragi. Araragi's extraordinarily hard to rank for me. My gut reaction is A for Araragi. That's my gut. Because my thing with Araragi is that his character's like, there's two. His character exists in two places. His character both exists as the individual we see in the story, and then also the person that is Araragi that we're seeing through every character, right? Because I'm starting to really like the idea that the other characters are aspects of Araragi, or reflections, or whatnot. And we see that a lot with Kanburu, or not Kanburu, with Karen, right? That's when it was like most obvious, but just as like an overall theme. And so what I rank here is Araragi, the individual we see in the show, because if I was to rate Araragi, the collective being of every character, then it would basically just be every character, and it would, like that. That's not something that's like rankable. So I think we can use Araragi as like a nice baseline. I like a part of me is cruel and wants to drop him to a B, but I can't do that unless I know who else is in around him, right? I just can't do that. It's too cruel. It's too cruel. What is it? Tsubaha Cat? I'm gonna put Hanakawa in too. Do I like her or the cat more? Probably her. The cat's just kind of big and chilling and is hot. I don't know. The cat's just kind of doing oddity things. Draining energy. Making moves. I don't know what do I pull from the cat? I mean, the outlet of stress, of accumulated stress. I mean, there's some really, like, juicy themes in there. And, like, I almost just said she's juicy to look at, and then I decided that I shouldn't say that, and then I decided that you deserve to know that I was going to say that. So yeah, I'm gonna put normal Hanakawa above. I think for me, Hanakawa's below Araragi. Not so much that she's in C. I'm gonna put her in B for now. I think this could be a possibility. She's... I don't know. It's tough. We're just going to keep going. There's going to be a lot of adjustments. The Three Stooges. They're definitely either in C or in Get Off My Screen Right Now / or just a suboptimal, Because honestly, like, they serve a purpose to be, like, villains, and then they be villains. Episode's hot, at least, for a dude. Okay, let me be clear. For a dude, okay, calm down. I like his gusto. I like his swag. I like how he felt. But then when he actually started speaking, and then when he bust open Hanakawa's like rib cage, her side of her body, and then just didn't care, it was like, okay, well, my respect for you has diminished into nothingness. And that's basically how I feel with all three of these guys, where they... I'm going to put episode at the top because for a moment I really liked him. I'm going to hold true to that moment in time. Between the two of these, a Guillotine Cutter and... Oh, Dramaturgy? Yeah, Dramaturgy. Guillotine will have to take second place. Dramaturgy in third. For the sole reasons of Guillotine got eaten, and that was cool. Dramaturgy got baseballed. That's less cool than getting eaten. It is what it is. Oh no, I don't want to rank Kaiki. Kaiki, you moved down the list. All the people who were like, oh, he's going to rank Kaiki. Yeah, no, not yet. Okay, hold your horses. Kaiki goes... Let's do a little bit of, like, shuffle. What about that? Right in the middle of this duo. Okay. Kombudu. Oh, these are so hard. Because now I'm having to think Kombudu versus Hanakawa and Araragi. Kombudu, what do I do with you? What did you bring to the show? Resentment. Yaoi. Basketball. I think you beat Hanakawa. Though I can't tell by how much. I think I'm going to put Kombudu above Hanakawa. Hanakawa, for me, didn't hit me in the soul. Because that's what I look for in media, largely. I look for, like, the bits and pieces, the fragments, that puncture into my soul, you know? Where it's, like, that connection. When they speak words or they act in ways that you understand but could never verbalize. That kind of stuff, that's where I'm at. And I think Hanakawa... potentially like I just my soul connection with her is just weak, you know, I like under average. And to you who says, okay, what are you even talking about? That's a great question. Kombudu, I'm gonna have to put above Hanakawa. She just like the personality aspect, right? Like Kombudu, we've seen a lot of Kombudu screen time, a lot of personality. Hanakawa is I feel like she's got 2 main notes, right? We've seen her in 2 notes. 3 if you include the cat, but the cat's separate here. It's a separate entity. It's, you know, it's an oddity. Where she's screaming and panicking and losing her mind. It's her true self that she's locked away. And then there's, like, her projected self, which is this very, you know, I just know what I know, kind of humble, but maybe looking down on you, condescending kind of thing. It's like an entire thing. I don't know. We'll get back to that. Karen's probably just, A. Definitely A. I'm going to put Karen above Kombudu. Maybe. Oh, shoot. Oh, this is so hard. Okay. You know what I regret right now? I regret not trying to rank them before turning the camera on and starting this. Because at this point, I feel very lost. Oh, jeez. Karen versus Kombudu? I feel like Karen takes the win, but I don't know why. And I feel like me not knowing why means that there's going to be wiggle room and things are going to change. Karen versus the cat. Okay, Karen beats the cat any day of the week. Karen actually has soul. Personality. That toothbrush scene. Ooh, is that a plus or a minus? I don't know. Hanakawa had her own toothbrush scene, though, with the bra and all that stuff. And that was a lot of stuff. I still think Karen's going to take the win for me. I like that extroversion. I like that passion. I like the bond, the brother sister bond, especially when they fought, right? And at the end of the fight, they like hugged. That was really good. You know, the themes on family were really strong in Nise, and that's like where they shined really. The two, you know, Tsukihi and Karen. And I think it beats Kombudu for me as well, because it's her and it's those bonds of family that her character, you know, was such an integral part of. You know, there's so much to it there. It's just, I mean, the bee was hypnotism. That's cool. There's so many moving parts. I'm gonna, for now... Oh, it hurts. Go up there! Okay, A tier, baby. Hachikuji's probably S. She's gotta be S. I love her. She's S. No contest. She's probably S. We're gonna keep it there. It's Hachikuji, okay? Her personality's fun. Every time I've seen her, that's what I'm talking about with the soul energy, man. I feel like she just makes sense to me. She bites Araragi's hand like a feral animal. I love feral animal characters. If you've seen me interact with a couple other anime, you might be aware of that fact. I love feral characters. And Hachikuji's the most feral of the bunch, right? the twist of her being the oddity, still a great moment in Bake. Her like, you know, games and like plays and with Araragi, as well as her wisdom that she sometimes spits, you know, the cost of love, all that kind of stuff. She does it all. She does it all. She's the snail wonder. Okay, Oshino. Okay, Oshino's at least A. Oh, yeah, Oshino beats Karen. Does Oshino beat Araragi? Oshino got that swag in him, right? He got that dog in him. But I feel like we don't see much more than the dog. Right? I don't feel like I've ever seen Oshino in a position other than, like, being completely assured. Right? Where, like, even when the Hatagi crab is going crazy and he's like, well, guess I gotta kill it. He's still being chilling. So it almost feels like there's, like, a lack of a depth there. And that worries me. And Araragi's the main character. I'm gonna put Oshino in third right now. You know, second in A. Sengoku. She's not good off my screen. Don't even pretend. Don't even pretend that she's below the Three Stooges. No shot. Is she weaker than Hanakawa? Yes. She doesn't get very much screen time, and then she just gets like I want to see more of her. Screen time wise, not anything else. I want to see more screen time with her because those very light themes that I was kind of trying to play with like body image, I feel like were really interesting with her. Her, you know, codependency on Araragi, if you want to call it that, because it's not, I wouldn't say obsession, but that desire for like an older brother and seeing him in that way. I really like that relationship. It just lacks flesh. It lacks flesh. She goes above the oddity cat. She goes above Tsubasa cat. Tsubasa cat, right? For sure for me. But man, Hanakawa had that scene in the locker room with Araragi with the bra, okay? She had the Kizu scene. She was a large part of the themes of like that we've done with nudity. You know, nudity being like honestness and like taking away all those layers. That's like, I feel like she's the one to have that's when those themes like became visible to me. Or that idea. Yeah. I'm gonna have to do that. Ooh, Senjogahara. Oh no. I don't want to rank Senjogahara. I think people are gonna hate me. How did that feel? Did that hurt you? That might have hurt you. I'm so sorry. I mean, she's just gotta go. Maybe you could tell me she beats Konbaru, but if she does, it's by a hair. You know? It's neck and neck. It's not close. Alright, it's extremely close. That's what I mean. Yeah, when I say not close, I mean extremely close. Just think about it, man. Like, okay. The whole... It's an energy that I don't jive with. It's the energy of, like, the stone mask. Oh, no, wait. She gets A. She gets A, she beats Konbaru. Because she had the scene in the forest where they looked at the stars. No. That move with Araragi was, like, one of the best moments. It was, like, episode 13 of Bake, or whatever it was. Nah, that's cooking with gas. That's some gold there. That was maybe one of their... That was not maybe. That was one of the best moments of Monogatari to this point. That's you know, that episode, the second half, like once they leave the car specifically. It's just like the other parts of Senjogahara's character. I'll even put her right above Karen just for that one moment. Though I don't know about that. We'll keep her there for now. The parts of Karen's of Senjogahara's character that like her personality, her temperament, they don't jive with me. The whole like Stonewall teasing ruthless thing, I just am not into it. It just doesn't do it for me, you know? It's just mean. It's just mean. Why are you so mean to me? You know, be nice. So there's that. And I appreciate Araragi and her's love for each other and the dance they do with each other and how they speak and how they interact. And I like the themes of the apathy, the unbottling of her emotions. Like, I mean, the introduction to this story was quite difficult quite a lot, right? With all the like rape, right? Like that was a lot to immediately like try to deal with the show starting up, and that of course was like her character, right? So, or was it? I think it was attempted rather than right. It's besides the point, honestly. Who cares? I think it's important, but it's besides the point. Like, her role in that and the apathy and the breaking out of that and the weightlessness was like an extremely interesting and powerful like start to the story itself, which I really, really liked. And so for those reasons, Senjogahara's gotta be at least in decent A. At least. I would be smoking crack if not. Oh, sorry. I think Dramaturgy and Guillotine just slipped. My bad. Okay. Tsukihi Phoenix. Bear, maybe? Tsukihi, talk to me. I like you. I just don't know you very well. You didn't get almost any time in your own arc. You're an oddity in a human household, which I'm fine with. And I think that's the coolest thing about you is that you aren't human, but you not being human is a fake, because you're a fake monster. And so even you being a monster isn't even the point, isn't even like something to make you super unique, because you're still a human if you catch my drift. But also that's the entire point, which is why it's so good. I think I'm going to give her a leg up on Hanakawa, because like I think I'm going to have to give her the leg up on Hanakawa because of how banger that dying bird, whatever it was called with the womb, that was fire. Maybe it's recency bias because I literally just came out of that. But I think I'm going to give her the leg up. I'm going to, I think, have to have her lose to Kambudu because Kambudu's got that personality, right? Shoot. Do I do this? I feel like this is good. Kambudu in the bottom of A. She's a gatekeeper. Because she's got that personality and she had a good arc. She's like, boom, bam, right there. What's this girl's name? Kagenui? B. Maybe like right here. Or like here. I don't know. She's fine. She spat some bars with Araragi. She kicked them a lot. I mean, loses to Hanakawa. I mean, what do I gotta say? She has connections to Oshino. I'm not surprised, right? Because she obviously went to the cram school, and of course, who else would she have? Like, it just that felt right to me. She's a cool design with her hair thing. She's got a familiar, which is cool. We're gonna get to her in a sec. It's just like, I don't know. I don't know you very well. I don't know you. I don't even... What's your personality like? You just kick me. You like violence? That's kind of rude. Oh, Kaiki. I was putting you off. Oh, this shuffling match is going to be crazy. Kaiki is hard. Is Kaiki... Best girl Kaiki. Where do you go? It's like... It's somewhere in like the top of B to somewhere within the lower echelon of A. That's where he is. But I don't know. Okay, he's got to do 1v1s. He beats the cat. He beats Sengoku. He beats this lady. I literally have to look at her name each time. That's how little that she's like in my brain. Versus Hanakawa. How much he's brought enjoyment to my viewing of the show. I don't know if he actually gets past her, if I'm gonna be honest. The man just... poisons children. Poison's not the right word. Scams children. You know, well, poisoned a child. Gave freaking Karen the bee flu. Spat bars about reality and fakeness. Said I'm the con man, baby, and then like walked away. That's not exactly what happened, but do you get the point? Like, I don't know. I mean, the whole real fake thing is still something I'm processing so much that's like hard for me to even look at this guy, because it's like I look at him and I just feel like I'm lost all over again. I'm reading those subtitles and the knowledge is going in my ear and I'm desperately trying to plug the other ear so that it stays in my skull, you know? That's how I feel when I look at his face. His connection with Senjogahara didn't really pull any strings for me. That wasn't really making like extraordinary moves. While it's interesting and they were spitting bars, I wouldn't say they were spitting that many bars with that, right? That's what I'm trying to say. That didn't hit me there, you know. It didn't give me that right there, you know. Let me think. Let me ponder Kaiki on a sip of water. And he's just giving me that dead look, right? I mean, what's happened to this man? How long has he been like this? Was he just born like this? I mean, I gotta ask Oshino, right? It's also crazy. Oshino, did you literally call your, like, university buddies in? Because they both show up as soon as you leave. You know? I thought you were, like, leaving it to Araragi, but then your cohorts enter the room. It's interesting. Oshino, I need to have a convo with you. Oh, jeez. Okay, wait, no. Hanakawa versus Kaiki. I kind of feel like doing this, dropping Tsukihi down below both of them. I think I have to. I think Tsukihi actually has to drop so that Kaiki can move up, but he's still behind. He literally just pushed Hanakawa above Tsukihi. To Kombaru, though, I don't think I can put Hanakawa above Kombaru. That isn't right. Kombaru's got too much personality, too much fun. Her and Araragi pogging at Sengoku being naked is just still one of the best jokes they've played. Gotta respect her for that. It's like part of with Hanakawa for all the screen, because she's had a lot of screen time. She's with Kizu in mind. She's probably had the most screen time other than like Araragi, maybe. And so like if we just like relative to everyone else who got less screen time, I feel like she's underperformed a little bit, which is why she's in B, top of B, as opposed to like whatever, for the amount of screen time she has. Okay. Yeah, Kaiki, I kind of want to put Kaiki... No, Kaiki, you're stuck. I'm sorry. It's coping for me if I try to put you higher. I gave you Tsukihi. Accept it. Oh, Nonoki. I put you in C tier with opposed look. What else do I have to say? I just don't have an opinion on her. She's... blue. She went like this. Bing! She squished Tsukihi. And then just was overconfident and got absolutely raffle stomped by S for Shinobu, best character. I don't know who's going to win this fight, but them two are definitely top tier. Got rolled by Shinobu, spammed posed look, which is just kind of weird. I don't get, what are you talking about? And I'm not even sure if you have a soul, because Hachikuji's an oddity that used to be a kid. What are you? Right? Tsukihi's an oddity that is, for all intents, a human, other than being an oddity, right? And other than the regen. But as far as, like, Tsukihi exists, she believes herself to be human, whatever. But this girl is just like a plank of wood. It's just a plank of wood. I mean, you beat Episode. And I won't put you in Get Off My Screen right now, because I have hope for you. But that's all I have. I mean, a part of me wants to purge. A part of me wants to purge you down. But I do offer an olive branch. I do believe. Okay. So we have a lot of issues in this right now. We have Hachikuji versus Shinobu at the top. We have Araragi. Ooh, why is Senjohara so high? Are there not more characters? No, both of these two. Hachikuji and Shinobu is probably what I'm thinking about. Oshino versus Senjohara. A part of me wants to drop Oshino to, like, bottom of A, like right below Kombaru, because all we've seen is swag, right? I feel like I don't actually know Oshino other than, what am I talking about? He's bottom of A. I'm sorry, Oshino, I love you, man, but you don't have the depth. You don't have the depth I'm looking for. I mean, like, you've got a lot of good quips. You've spat a few bars. You have cool connections to these two. You're definitely my favorite out of these three. But I mean, my guy, right? My guy. How could you compare it to the likes of Resentment 101, Yaoi, Kombaru, Justice, Fake Justice, Reflection of Araragi, Karen, Senjohara, Forest Scene, Araragi main character, Shinobu, Hachikuji, no contest, right? I'm going to give you the win over Hachikuji, and by Hachikuji I mean Hanakawa, because Hanakawa, relative to screen time, was not making moves for me as much as I think she could have. It could also be that I was kind of like, out of it's not the right way to put it. Kizu and I had some things that we had to work out together, right? And Hanakawa, of course, like was most alive in Kizu. She had a lot of a spotlight there. So perhaps my things that I had to deal with Kizu, which maybe are still in progress, that's kind of the fun of the show, The lolly stuff, basically. That's like the start of all the lolly stuff and a lot of the sexuality aspects in the second movie. Let me just be clear. The second part, right? Some of those Shinobi lolly stuff threw me off my game. Well, off my game makes it sound like it was a mistake. Blah, blah, blah. Besides the point. We won't get deep into that. So maybe Hanekawa deserves better. I'm willing to think of that as a possibility. But you're still stuck in B. It is what it is. I'm going to give you the win over Kaiki, though. Because Kaiki, I don't even know what to say about Kaiki. He's so hard for me to talk about. He and I we are completely different humans. I mean, he's technically an anime character, but in terms of personality, in terms of how they interact with the world, like, it's so hard for me to see through his eyes and, like, understand him, you know? Karen and Tsukihi. Am I comfortable with them? I think Tsukihi gets to be right below... No. Ugh, it's so hard. I kind of want to put Tsukihi above Kaiki because Tsukihi got her being hysterical with, like, girl missing, Karen being missing for a minute. I liked that. No, there's not enough. I can't put you above Kaiki. Kaiki is, like, such a... like I don't want to say foil necessarily, but such a differing force to the rest of the cast that you gotta give him, like, his uniqueness angle. Where it's Tsukihi, I mean, come on, right? There's another sister, you know. You're not out of anything, you know. It is what it is. It is what it is. What is your name, Kagenui? Yeah, Kagenui. I'm chill with you where you are. Okay, back to the top. Senjougahara versus Karen versus Kombaru. Senjo's too high. The problem is Senjo's had one really good moment with her with Araragi in that forest. And to me, that moment has carried her character, but it carries you no longer. Boom, boom. Something like that, right? Oh, geez. I feel like none of these three deserve to be in fourth. But, like, all of them deserve to be in fifth, you know? Something like that. But I'm not going to tie them because I'm not weak. I'm not scared. Senjo versus Karen. I like Karen's personality a lot more. She's fun. She's powerful. Good range. Kind of dumb, but lovable, you know? And then the toothbrush scene was just a mess. So, but, you know, compared to Senjougahara, who I feel like doesn't work with me as well, I'm gonna have to drop her. I do accept that Senjougahara, like, really makes moves with that, like, when she was interacting with Araragi right after getting rid of Kaiki, and then said, like, oh, walk me home gently, baby boy, right? Or whatever. And they were, like, getting, you know, freaky with it a little bit. Like, I really like when they're interacting like that, because that's just, like, they have such a fun dance together and with their words. But her base personality being one of, like, the endless teasing, and that, like, but maybe it's just covering up that those worries, right? Are they projections of those worries from that OP we saw in Nise, right? Because that's something that I thought about for a minute there, that, like, her character has these worries about her relationship with Araragi, and so what if her quips against him are her letting out some of that steam, right? As opposed to just being, like, how she shows her love. What if it's actually just how she is expressing everything, and she's actually has some, like, venom in those words? Because that reintroduces that and makes it so good again. Yeah. Ooh, I'm sorry, Karen. I'm sorry. I cannot let you pass Senjougahara. Kombaru versus Karen. Kombaru. You read too much yaoi. Yeah, I don't think you can beat Karen. You beat Oshino, though. I'm going to give you the win over Oshino. I'm kind of happy with this. Are we happy? Are we happy? A's happy. S, we're still working on. It might be this. We'll work on it. We'll come back to S. B, Hanekawa. I'm fine with that above Kaiki. I'm fine with that above Tsukihi. I'm fine with that above her, who's definitely above Sengoku. Who's definitely above... Sengoku, I kind of want to give the edge. but I'm gonna give her the edge. I don't care. Fight me if you wish. Sengoku body image is above whatever's going on with Koyinui. I don't know what's up with her. She's cool, I guess, but that's about as far as I got. You're just a cat. You're hot, but that's cool. Oddity, Ononoki. Yeah, you're like the parts of like Central Heart, like the flatness that I don't work with very well, but you're that magnified, and that's just enough to hurt me. Episode, my boy. Yeah, I thought you were cool for like 10 seconds, so you're allowed C tier. These two, just you're gone. Guillotine gets to be above, because at least he got eaten. Okay, back to the top. The last decision to be made for this list, the character list. Hachikuji versus Shinobu. I wish it was closer. It's Shinobu. Reason being, Shinobu, Kizu 3. Kizu 3 was really good. Kizu 3 was one of the best. Like, if I count them as individual episodes, Kizu 3 was one of the best episodes, right? Her attachment with that, I forget the guy's name, but I don't even know if he was named. Her, like, previous follower, or her previous, like, vampire spawn, whatever the word was, or the term. That connection paralleled with Araragi and her's flipped relationship with the master relationship. The way she teases him. Somebody, I just finished watching Nise, right? And at one point I commented on her hat and said I missed her hat. A couple of the comments said, like, oh, she stopped wearing the hat because the hat was meant to prevent head pats, right? It's like, of course it was. I still miss it, but it's like, okay, I can understand now. Like, and as much as the lolly stuff has really, worried me in a lot of ways that I've discussed at length. Her character, apart from those worries, because I am someone that I think is willing to separate those worries. Like I appreciate her character apart from all those other things that I'm worried about. Those are outside of the story somewhat. They're also within the story in a lot of ways, but I'm kind of trying to distinguish those because there are so many juicy things going on with her character. She's the best one. She's the best one. You know what I'm saying? The broken bonds, the wish for death, the sticking around with Araragi almost spitefully, but almost to see just how it plays out. Like not as a finale, not as a climax of her story, but as, the epilogue, That's so good. The broken bonds, broken goods, Kizu, holy, perfect. It's just so good. Yeah, Shinobu is like some of the parts about that, like, she's got some of the energy that I can really appreciate in a character. That kind of like the way she talks, she's like so royal, right? As opposed to Hachikuji, who I love her feral energy so much, but her like character depth, or rather her like thematic depth has not hit me nearly as hard as Shinobu's has hit me. So I got to give the dub to Shinobu, I think. That was actually not as bad as I thought. It helps that there's not that many characters compared to a lot of other shows that I've done tier lists on. Yeah. We have to do it again. Do I have the strength? Do I have the strength for best waifu? I don't know. I do. I have to. What do you consider me, a weakling? No. Okay. We're gonna do the best waifu list. What's the worst tier called? Because I'm sorry, waifu can be used a lot of different ways. We might do 3 lists, low-key. I'm going to do 3 lists. I'm going to do it. I'm just going to commit. 3 lists. This is waifu. Not my type, not gonna lie. Okay, how about not my type, not gonna lie, and best waifu? Araragi. Not my type. You're pervy, you're weird. Cat, at least A. Gone. Episode C. Gone. Hanakawa. Can appreciate the nerdy, maybe like this. Kaiki, best girl Kaiki, not my type. Sorry, it is what it is. Kombaru is lesbian, but maybe I can let it slide. We'll see, but I don't know. Karen is a child. Hachikuji looks like a child. Oshino, nah, too surfer. A child. Sengoku, I'm sorry. Shinobu, it's just not gonna. If we're talking kiss shot, I'll be clear. If we're talking about like what looks to be an appropriate aged kiss shot, it's that. But for Shinobu, this Shinobu here, not my type. Senjugahara. Frick, I don't know. You're a child. You're an oddity, but you're still a child. You're a woman, and I don't want you. Okay, so we have 6 to work with. Oh, jeez. Senjugahara is probably B. You're probably right above Senjugahara. Oh, shoot. This sucks. I wish I had one for kiss shot. I wish I had one for kiss shot. Tier. Kiss shot tier. Pretend kiss shot is alone in this tier. Perfect. Okay, kiss shot's an S tier. She's the top one. It is what it is. It's everything I love about Shinobu, but without the reservations. Pog, I was here, Pog. Because Shinobu is acts very adult, right? There's no worries there. You know where my worries are. I don't need to explain myself. Perfect. Am I gonna rank within this tier? Or is that going? Yeah, we're not gonna touch that. We're not gonna worry about that. Okay, these tiers will rank within. Episode, I'm giving C tier because he's an attractive dude. It is what it is. Cat. No, this is kiss shot. Cat. Versus Hanakawa versus Kombaru. I honestly think these bottom 3 are already correct. I don't think Senjugahara is my type of waifu. She's cold. She's cold. She's violent. She stapled my boy's cheek, right? And I admire like emotional vulnerability, but I don't like the endless teasing brick wall. That bothers me. So between these 3, Kombaru, Cat, and Hanakawa, I'm kind of down for the Hanakawa spice. I think more than the cat, because the cat's evil. Kombaru, she's that sports girl energy. Is it really Hanakawa? I'm just thinking of that scene in Kizu, okay? I'm sorry, it is what it is. I can't get out of my head. I think Hanakawa beats the cat. I think she beats the cat. I think she's got the moves. She's got the moves, okay? She knows what to say. I'm going to give her the win over the cat. Kombaru, I think we actually are correct here. I think we've completed the waifu list. And it's because I cut all the characters out. I'll do another character for, like, emotional, like, you would be my best friend, like, homies list. I'll do a homies list in a second. So I can rank the children. So I can rank the children and then the lollies that are, like, extenuating circumstance. I'll do that in a second. But these 3, I think this is good. For waifu list, best waifu. Kiss shot tier, pretend kiss shot is alone in this tier. A, B, C. Boom. Basically, easy. Okay. Again. Now we do want to hang out with you platonically and connect emotionally as best friends. Poggers. No poggers. No poggers. Okay. Get away from me, you monster. Horrible creation. I despise you with... Okay, let me calm down. Get away from me, you monsters. More than enough. Araragi. How much would I be friends with Araragi? Not very much. Araragi is creepy and... not creepy. He's a sexual deviant in ways. He, you know... I'll give you a B for now. But you're lucky. The cat? How much do I want to hang out with you platonically and connect emotionally with you as best friends? You would suck my energy and kill me. You're hot, though. But this is not a hot list. This is a platonic list. I gave you your chance in the hot list, and you got, what, 3rd or something? This guy. Monster. You're gone. Episode. You're horrible. You're a horrible monster. You're gone. Guillotine. The same thing. In fact, Episode's the worst of the 3, because he actually killed Hanakawa. Or, you know, Hanakawa. Of these 2, this guy's definitely the top one. Dramaturgy. In fact, I'll give you a C, because you seem kind of like a cool guy. But these 2 suck. I kind of need to rewatch Kizu a little bit. I would need to more properly rank these three. I think I'm okay with this for now. Hanakawa. More than Araragi for sure. You'd be really fun to hang out with and quip with. I think, for as much as she doesn't connect to my soul, she connects to my friend wavelength. Those are different wavelengths. Those are not connected, you know? I would be able to, like, spend time with her. She would never, to me, be my closest best friend, but I think she would be, I know this says best friends, but I think she and I would get along really well. Right? She's kind of an intellectual. She'd be able to, like, spit some interesting conversation. I mean, you beat this guy. Kaiki beats Dramaturgy, but he just is tired and drinking probably black coffee the entire time. Like, he would drain my energy just me sitting there. Kanbaru is fun, powerful. She's an S tier. It gotta be. Maybe. Well, A for now. We'll see. I was looking at the rest of this list and I thought, maybe not. Karen. Karen's fun. I like her a lot. She's a lot of fun. She's beats Hanakawa. And I think beats Kanbaru as well. I think her personality... Oh, I have to really think about her versus Kanbaru here. It's tough. Because I love the extroversion. I love the passion. I love the passion to the point of being reckless and to the point of being stupid. I respect those. I like those traits. She's athletic. She's powerful. So is Kanbaru. Kanbaru got that sexual deviancy teasing, though. She's one of the boys. You know? Because you don't gotta be a boy to be one of the boys, right? And she proves that with flying colors. To hang out with, you get to hang out with Karen or you get to hang out with Kanbaru. Who do you pick? It's Kanbaru. It's easy. Hachikuji. You're adorable, and I love you, and I wish you every good thing in the world. You get S tier. Oshino beats Araragi. Probably bottom of A for me. I think I would rather hang out with Hanakawa. I think I'm gonna do this. I think Hanakawa would be slept on in this kind of list, so I don't want to put Oshino even right under her. Sengoku, probably B tier. Probably right below Araragi. Or right above, because she's sweet. Well, Araragi, I think, is somebody that I actively find problems with when I'm around him. But I would also, like, understand him to a degree that I'd be willing to put up with those problems. While Sengoku, I just would be more of a brick wall, or like a flat. Like, we just wouldn't have anything to really talk about or do. But at that point, I think that might be better than whatever would happen hanging out with Araragi. Senjigahara is, like, C. I'm not gonna be best friends with you. You're kind of not creepy. You're just... You know, when you're with Araragi, you're pretty nice, and you can be emotionally... You're not even that emotionally vulnerable all the times when you're with Araragi, right? Like, it takes a little bit of work for those walls to break down. Imagine trying to break down those walls with a stranger, or with a friend. I don't, you know... I mean, you know, I just don't think I'd have much luck with her. It is what it is. Shinobu's S tier, again. I don't know. Tsukihi... A tier, bottom of A. Loses to Hanakawa. This girl loses to Oshino, beats Sengoku. Posed look. Loses to Kaiki, even. I mean, it is what it is. I don't know this girl. She's just a little spirit. She would probably flick me to death at some point. The cat. Would I want to hang out with the cat? Yeah, I'll hang out with the cat. I'm just worried she'll drain my energy. But if she's not draining my energy, then she's just prowling around and being chilling. I'll give her a C above Senjigahara. I think I'm going to keep her in C, though. Okay, to the top. We've gotten our initial placement. Okay, want to hang out with you platonically and connect emotionally as best friends. Would I rather be best friends with Shinobu or Hachikuji? Why, you can't choose both. I need to make a decision here. The coward's way would be saying, oh, I'm not going to rank. I'd be friends with both. I'm no coward, is what I tell myself. But am I? A good question. Frick me. Shinobu. kiss shot, right? Ancient teasing donuts. Makes me go to the donut shop. Hachikuji bites me. Feral, wandering, lonely, a spirit. Witch. It's gotta be Hachikuji. It is what it is. I think Shinobu brings more to the story for me by like a lot. Like in a really powerful way. But in terms, like, Hachikuji's personality syncs with me so well. That's what got her high in the character list originally. That's what's going to get her the dub. She's just, I love her. She's so fun. Literally, every time I've seen her, I think I've literally squealed her name, which maybe says a lot about me. I don't know what that says about me. So third, who wins third place? Who would I want to hang out with in this row? It's definitely not Tsukihi. It's Kanbaru. Is it Kanbaru? It's Kanbaru, but then who's next? Fourth. Karen or Hanakawa? Because I think it's like this. I think I'd rather hang out with Hanakawa because she's an intellectual. She's closer to my age, right? Where like Karen's actually just like a middle schooler, which is like a little weird. Like these two are like they act like adults. I'm pretty much there on that. Yeah. Poggers. So, but these two are like younger and reckless and etc. etc. So Hanakawa takes the dub easily. Oshino, do you get to rise above the sisters? Did something good happen? I'm just trying to imagine sitting with him. Well, what would I do? I mean, I feel like he'd be fun to like do drugs with. But I don't really do drugs, you know? That ain't really what I do. So, like, because I'm just imagining, like, blazing with him, right? You know what I mean? But, like, that's not really, like, he does have stoner energy. That's what I'm leading up to there. That's, I think, what I'm trying to like, enunciate. That he's got stoner energy, and I ain't really got the, I ain't really sync with stoner energy very well. This girl's just violent, but I feel like, I don't know. She's cool. She's strong. Sengoku's just some middle schooler. Yeah. For me, it's like, I think if I was Araragi, then Sengoku would win. Like if Sengoku's relationship to me was as if I was Araragi, like that codependency, that older brother bond, I think I would see her as a younger sibling in a way. Like, not literally through blood. But I really like that, like, choose your family kind of thing. And, like, I have, like, a protective streak, and I think she would fall under what I would, like, consider something that I would need to protect, right? So in those ways, I think I'm going to increase her because I care about her. And I think I care about her, like, a lot, and I wish I cared about her more because I think I could. I think my potential care about her is gargantuan. It's just she hasn't had the time to flourish. So I think we're gonna have her here, right under Oshino, because Oshino would spit some mad oddity wisdom you already know. This girl versus Araragi. I mean, Araragi, you're kind of my boy. I don't understand your references though. You know what I'm saying? Like half the time. And like all manner of other things. Like you start like, cause I'm just imagining, I'm like thinking like I'm gonna go out and like I'm gonna eat lunch with one of them, right? I'm gonna go get to a sandwich place. Not even a sandwich place, like a restaurant. Let's say we go to a restaurant and eat lunch. I feel like we sit down at the table. I got the menu in front of me. He's got the menu in front of him. You know, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna order the steak. He's gonna order like a soup. I don't know why he's a soup guy. Why are you eating a soup? But point being, you know, waitress comes and is like, hey, what do you guys want? I tell her. He tells her. And then I notice as she walks away that his eyes are fixated on her as she goes, right? And I feel like I would just be like, Araragi, what is that? You know? Why are you creeping on her? What does that look for? I feel like you would be able to tell that man's got them pervy eyes. And I can't respect it. I cannot respect that. As a friend, as a platonic connect with you emotionally, friend, I can't respect that move. And for those reasons, you lose to Sengoku. Do you lose to this lady? This lady I don't know. She's a stranger. I'm going to accept Araragi above her. To now Black Hanakawa, aka Cat Hanakawa, who's white. Got the white hair at least, right? Where do you go? You beat Senjogahara. I'd rather sit down at the restaurant and have you licking milk from from a bowl than watch Senjogahara threaten the waitress, right? Because we know that's what would happen. Do you make it to B tier? Hanging out with a crazy, insane cat. You got that kind of feral energy. I'm gonna give you the leg up over Kagenui here because I don't know, like Kagenui's energy hasn't like hit me yet. And I think I would not give the leg up actually because I'm thinking platonically. As soon as I remembered, I reread the word platonic, and I realized, oh, yeah, I keep forgetting that, she's hot. I am accepting she's hot in my mind. I cannot let that influence my decision. I think she has to fall then. Yeah, I think it's okay where it was. Oh, that's so sad though. Okay, Senjogahara, it is what it is. I don't think we'd get along very well. Kaiki is like the same thing. I don't even know what I'd say to him. Like, man, just is so done with it, and I'm such a fan of passion and energy, which you can probably tell because we got Kanburu, we got Hachikuji, we got Karen. These are all very extroverted, high energy characters. And then near the bottom we have Senjogahara. This, like, all the stoics. We have all these stoic characters at the bottom. One that, like, is genuinely an oddity, like, not a monster, but, kind of crazy. And, like, fear for my life kind of thing that I couldn't connect to due to being too far from human. And that, you know what I mean? The stoics are falling. And then at the very bottom, this guy's literally a monster psychopath. This guy, I mean, it's cool that you're human, I guess, but you got eaten by Shinobu, so who cares? This girl, I said with opposed look, get away from you, monster. Me, you monster. I said with opposed look, get away from me, you monster. There we go. Took me a second there. Pog. Did I really just knock that out in under an hour? I'm honestly impressed with myself. I thought I would be up till like 6 a.m. doing this. I feel like that came easy to me. I think I'm just scared. I think I'm just scared that I'm going to post this. And, no. What am I to be scared of? People have disagreed with me in the past, but that's alright. Because, Pog, basically. Right? This isn't... Listen to me. Lean in. Lean in close. I'm objectively right, you're wrong. Plus L plus ratio, that's all I have to say on that. Of course. I think that will be the end of our ranking for these characters. I am planning to do another one of these tier lists. There's also been some talk of doing like a arc tier list or like an OPED tier list, something like that. Those would be probably, if I do it, I don't know, that's a lot of work and would be really hard to like figure that out and like re-go through the entire series. Maybe we'll do that. Let me know if you guys think that'd be interesting or not. That would be like very end. We'll definitely do another character list. At least one more, could be 2 more, depending on if characters are being developed a lot in certain chunks and there's like good spots to like drop maybe another one in. Because I like watching how these tier lists like change. That was one of my favorite parts. Like we did the Made in Abyss tier list, did one at the end of season 1, did one at the end of season 2. Couple people were shifting, and with new characters getting thrown in, because that's how that show worked, and I'm sure we'll continue to meet maybe a few new characters here and there. New characters get thrown in, new relationships get formed, characters are moving, and that's so just fun and exciting, especially when you compare them directly, right? So yeah, definitely plan to do more. If there's spots for those, feel free to let me know or discuss with people in the Discord or in the comments or whatever. Also, other tier lists, OPED / arcs / whatever / I don't know. I was going to say lewd scenes, but then I decided, no, I'm not going to rank the lewd scenes. What am I actually what am I, a masochist? So yeah. But of course, if you made it all the way to the end of this tier list video, I do appreciate it because not that many people do. And a special thank you to anybody that actually watched the tier list, because I know whenever I watch a tier list video, what I do is I skip to the end, because I'm sorry, I ain't got time to listen to someone rank things. I just want to see where they rank them. And you know what? If you're here and you did that, I respect it. Okay, I've done it too. It is what it is. But to the special few who, you know, true and all the way through, I appreciate you for that. A special appreciation, you know. And to the people that are here, the 6, 7, 8%, whatever, I appreciate you for making it to the end. Of course, if you like the video, subscribe. If you're in here, blah, blah, blah. You already know how it goes. Comment down below if you have anything to say, or join the Discord and talk to me or other people there. But until then, until whatever arc is next, I'm just going to have to ask people, because I don't honestly know. That's all I got for tonight. I'll be seeing you next time. Peace.